about to say, you mentioned the fours one. Speaking of Charlotte, she's out.
Yeah.
Out. Like
first major injury in her entire career.
I think she got the trifecta.
Yeah.
MCL, ACL, and meniscus.
Yeah, I mean she can be out for a minute, boy. Like
and
they saying
all the other injuries that they didn't even acknowledge.
Yeah, and I can't say I'm surprised. When you go back and look at that entire match, she was just asking for a lot of that to happen. Starting with that doggone moonsault from the top rope, bro.
Ironically, the moonsault wasn't what injured her.
Oh, I know what injured her. I'm saying you still shouldn't have done that. The height of that.
You're talking about being injured and then continuing with doing the moonsault that she didn't even get.
Yeah, like all that did no favors to your knee. So by the time I saw her in that spot where she fell and literally it was like couldn't get up and had to do it, I was like, yeah, that was at that point, and I hate to say this because he's one of my favorite players, but that was your Derrick Rose moment right there. The moment you tried to do that little turnbuckle spot you did in that corner and I saw you go down, I didn't bump the botch top rope thing. Yeah, that was nasty and ugly, and I know people say that trick. Bruh, believe me, as someone that knows knee injuries, I've never had them, but I've known a lot of people with them. That usually you can walk away pretty fine with that. I'm looking at everything else she did, and I said that kip up, that moonsault off the top rope,
the figure eight.
No, that was already hurt by that point. She barely.
I'm saying the fact that she did all that after getting injured.
Yeah, she didn't do no favors to do that after the fact. That just shows how tough she is. By that point, it was already done, so I ain't even counting that. I'm looking at everything else you did up to that point from that final turnbuckle spot where you couldn't get up. I said, you kind of low-key did that to us. Because you are a tall woman, Charlotte. Every time you do that moonsault, you got to understand. Yes, it's cool from an athleticism standpoint, but you are so tall that you 9 times out of 10 do that every time, and you land on your feet when you shouldn't be. Because, bro, you're taller than half the women you do that on. So you just asking for that thing to just cave in. It's a wonder it didn't do that sooner, to be completely honest. Look at how long she's been doing that spot, bro. She's been doing that moonsault spot a long time.
I think in her case, I feel like it's just she needs to. I feel like I can't really speak on her abilities because I'm not a wrestler. But at the same time, I feel like when she do come back, she's definitely gonna have to change a lot of stuff.
Well, yeah. I mean,
she gotta keep in mind that she is tall as shit.
Yeah, and going back to your point, and us not being. Trust me, you ain't got to be a wrestler. That's just basic basketball knowledge, bro.
Yeah, oh yeah. I play basketball, football, all that stuff.
Yeah, look at them. Look at how many of them easily, if they could go back to certain cuts or certain moments of what if they could rewind in their mind before that moment of getting hurt, like I shouldn't have planned it this way, or I shouldn't have. If I could rewind that, because once that's torn, it's like you're not. All due respect, Charlotte, you're not exactly a young woman anymore. So the thing about it is, as you come back, yeah, you'll still be able to do some spectacular stuff. That you're a phenomenal.
She won't do it as much.
Exactly. Like look at Bayley. You don't see Bayley do as much as she probably did before her knee injury.
Oh yeah,
I can tell you that. So at the end of the day, let's kind of face it now. I mean, all four of them are not spring chickens anymore. We love them to death, but all four of them 4 horsewomen ain't spring chickens no more, bro. Like, at least Becky kind of understood it by losing weight over the years. And
she was dedicated to look her best self, because I remember before she had a baby, she was pretty much self-conscious of her appearance. But then when she had a baby and she had that new mom confidence, she came back looking, in my opinion, better than she was before. And she was already a gorgeous woman.
Of course.
So she came back looking more gorgeous. I'm like, how the fuck is that possible?
Yeah. That's why I'm like, because you look at Mercedes, been out the majority of the year. Like, even though we have her in some categories, I mean, you almost
because she was here for 6 months of the year. That knee injury just fucked her up.
Yeah, and it's like,
or the ankle injury. Was it ankle? Was it ankle?
Ankle. Yeah, it was an ankle. But still, even then, I mean, out of all of them, she's the one that's dealt with the most injuries, per se.
Which is expected because she did go to the Japan style where they feel like everybody is getting injured. So if you follow Stardom, it's like every time I look at my timeline, if you look at follow Stardom stories, someone's injured, and I'm like, well, goddamn.
Oh yeah, and like I said, I mean, we saw what happened with Bayley. It was very tragic and unexpected, but when it happened, like you said, you haven't seen Bayley still put on some bangers since being hurt.
Yeah, for sure.
But you can tell that a lot of what she did when she was like early mid-20s Bayley to this version of Bayley, and two different Baileys. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot more psychological now than she was.
And it's easier because she's a heel now. So
for sure.
If she was the babyface, it would have been different. But seen as the heel's pretty much philosophy is to be psychological and slow.
Well, we're gonna see because she's heading right back to that babyface category in a second. So
hopefully they don't go do a full 180. Like, I don't want to see the hugger back. I want to see a more mature Bayley.
Yeah, I'm about to say you're never gonna get that Bayley back. You're only gonna get that Bayley if it's like a John Cena situation, or a John Cena situation where he came out at one WrestleMania that one time as Dr. Thugonomics, and I was like, yep, that's it. That's all you're getting.
But yeah, so all we could do is just wish Charlotte a speedy recovery.
For sure.
And hopefully 9 months to a year. Hopefully when she come back, she's bigger, better. She, as Seth Rollins said when he went down, redesign, rebuild, reclaim. So
yeah, he's another one. Yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah, his entire style changed because of a similar injury that he got because of that.
Yeah, I can only I mean, like I said, hopefully, as we said, not only just prayers and stuff, but it's a blessing in disguise, but it also sucks. It sucks because now we won't get that. I guess we were gonna get Charlotte and Bianca.
That's just an assumption. I feel like that was more of a fan assumption that that's where they were going, even though I didn't really see them build to that.
Yeah,
not even tease. So I'm just like,
I couldn't tell. Yeah, the way they were on babyface track, it was like, I don't think by now we would have known if that's where they were going to go. I guess we won't know now.
Right.
But the blessing in disguise is next woman up, man. You're in a deep division for one on Smackdown. But next woman up now. This is an opportunity for someone else to
step up. It's up to the company too to put somebody in that position. And those are massive shoes to fill. Like, I know people aren't really fans of Charlotte. Some people detest her always being in the top picture, but you have to look at it from a company's point of view. Now they have the opportunity to give somebody that spotlight. So let's hope it's actually pretty fun, because
when the club go around here, I'm the cactus. Bang, bang, gang, got an OU jack. When I'm in the ring, it's just me and my best friends. OC cutting no slack. Hollywood Miz, you can put me on the A-list. Gresh Unleashed, better put it on your playlist. Me and my fam be ballin' like the Bruce. Fight night, baby, hard hitting like Sheamus. Family first, yes, bloodline business. Winning all the gold, look at how they witness.